one, go ahead and let's do the draft. It's all yours, sir. Good luck.
All right, over on the left side of the screen, we have Prime Boyz, and over on the right, we have Three-Eyed Ravens. Prime Boyz pick Aurora Ban. Kind of self-explanatory, huge AoE ult. Just locking heroes down. It's very easy to do that with Aurora. The slow into the frost, into the burst damage. And then Three-Eyed Ravens banning that Gideon. Again, a huge AoE, 3.5-second stun. Lots of huge stun and playmaking potential ultimates being banned out from both teams. Prime Boyz picks up Rampage. Menace in the jungle, one of the top-tier jungler. Three-Eyed Ravens. I believe it's the Three-Eyed Ravens' turn to pick.
Yes, Three-Eyed Raven.
Taking their sweet time right now. Might go into extra time here shortly.
It's not unusual. I'm sorry. Okay. There we go.
There it is. Iggy and Scorch comes out over onto Three-Eyed Ravens. Really gonna hurt Rampage if he's in the front line too long. Iggy and Scorch, once set up, can really chip away at any tank's health the longer somebody's standing in it. Also, taking more ability damage. If we see Three-Eyed Ravens pick up a lot of casters, they can melt through the front line very easily. And we have Grux. We saw Grux from last game, J-Leo on Grux. Lots of burst damage, lots of early game damage. So he's going to be pound for pound very strong against a Rampage, which also offers a lot of early game damage with the Rock Stun, with the Rumble, and the extra power increased by his King of the Jungle passive. Narbash over on Prime Boyz along with Shinbi as well. Lots of stun potential between Rampage and Narbash, and then cleanup potential on Shinbi. Three-Eyed Ravens picks up more CC. Richter into the steal. And then to counteract that, Prime Boyz picks up Lieutenant Bellica. So lots of CC on both teams. But Three-Eyed Ravens does bring out a silence onto the team. Potentially crippling heroes like Shinbi, Bellica for locking down the casters. And Rampage from locking down like mid-ultimate as well. Twin Blast gets picked out for Three-Eyed Ravens against the Murdoch for Prime Boyz. You have the global ult through the geometry for Murdoch. Lots of global presence there. He could be on the other side of the map farming, and he can still contribute to the fight. Twin Blast, with his rework, does a lot of damage the longer the fight goes, which is what we're going to be kind of seeing, right? We're going to be seeing Grux come in, lots of wombo combo between the Grux, Richter, and the Steel, setting up chipping away at people's healths and setting up kills for the Twin Blast to be able to come in and clean up. So I think Prime Boyz might take the draft here, solely because I mean Murdoch's shots fired and the hot pursuit is not to be messed with, right? Once somebody's low on health, they can continue to chase. Rampage can initiate from long ways. So same thing with Narbash. Three-Eyed Ravens can punish grouping a lot and also be able to pick people out and keep the stun consistent. Lots of burst damage from Grux. Richter be able to pull people out and catch people out of position and pull people back into the fight when they're running away. Steel with the shield bonk, self-explanatory, and Iggy and Scorch with a large AoE damage. I think I'm gonna give my draft over to Prime Boyz. You, Huddy?
Prime Boyz went very meta. They went very meta. They have it all set up. A little bit of a change of a roster. I noticed Mud's on the team. She worked her way over, filling in, and I don't know Cross Polybomber. So we'll see how they work out. Prime Boyz, again, they dominated the entire season. They had one loss, and it wasn't until the last week of the season. So they lost that number 1 seed. So they got to play Three-Eyed Ravens, who's played very tough every single game they've been in. But just a pure team comp. I mean, Bellica, Shinbi, there's just so much CC. A rock, seismic assault, thunk. You're not getting out of it.
Lots of ranged CC.
Yeah. So we'll see. Deli, I'm at 8 seconds in game.
Yes, sir, and I'm matching you 8 seconds.
All right, and let's start it. This is my first cast of the Prime Boys in Paragon Fight Night, so I'm pretty excited. And my first cast of 3-Eye Raven, as we have not been able to do Season 2 yet. I mean, Division 2 yet, but anyway, so we're going to start in 3, 2, 1. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the semifinals of Division 2, the second half of our league, the 2 seed versus the 3 seed, Prime Boys versus 3-Eye Ravens. Deli, go ahead and go through the rosters for us here, buddy.
Over on to the left-hand side of the map, we have X Demonic on Iggy, Indo Complex on Richter, MD Quad on TB Carry, yourself _14 times on Steel Support, and Boss RO7 on Grux off lane. Over onto the right-hand side, I believe that's Prime Boys. We have Magic on Shimby, Mud on Bellica, T-Dub on Murdoch, Give No Quarter on Rampage, and Cross Polymer on Norbash Support. I mean, right out of the gate, I mean, there's just lots of aggression here from Cross Polymer and T-Dub, really trying to shut down that Grux early. He brings a lot of damage. He can smash and grab and bring a lot of burst damage to you, so that when you're standing outside of the tower, he can bring you into the tower, take a lot of damage. It's not to be underestimated. He brings a lot of CC to the team fight. Demonic in the mid lane is just slowly pushing Mud out of her comfort zone. Mud wants to sit up higher. Mud wants to take control of this lane. Iggy, Demonic on Iggy does not want Mud to do that. You can't let Mud do that, right? You can't let Mud do that on Bellica. Her early game is a little bit weaker now with her newfound changes, so Iggy is going to be able to take advantage of that, as we see here very shortly.
Yeah, with her seismic assault stun time being cut in half nearly for the first 2 levels, definitely changed how you play Bellica mid lane. That's why she's not 100% picked in anymore. Still a very strong hero, but more situational pick now than a must pick.
Definitely, and that, I mean, that hurt, that nerf to her early game stun timer. It really hurts her playmaking potential in the early transitioning into the mid game, because that stun timer is what allows people like Richter or Rampage or Grux or Steel to really set up the kill. I mean, it used to be like 1 second, and then that's a lot of time. That's a lot of time to also get off the Void Bomb, lots of burst damage. Now it's a half second you can get a seismic assault and walk out of it, walk out of the Void Bomb in peace.
Oh,
very low
Boss in
damage.
a lot of bit of trouble. Probably got to put him in. Nice smash and grab over there. Wasn't quite able to finish him off. The Kid No Quarter came over, hit him with a big D, throwing it from the outside of the fog wall, but was not able to finish him off. That's where it becomes dangerous as a jungler. When you rotate over and you don't get that kill, it's lost gold, lost experience time, and all that. And you saw Kid No Quarter just throw the rock anyway, which now with Rampage's rework on this kit, you can now hold that rock as long as you want and drop it, and you no longer lose the mana, I believe, correct?
Yes, you no longer lose the mana, and you can cancel it infinitely as long as you want, as long as you don't throw it.
Oh,
Kid No Quarter.
Demonic in a little bit of trouble. Oh my God! Indo Complex, what a nice pull. Pulling Kid No Quarter in trouble. He's trying to get away. He has a little bit out, and he is done. Ladies and gentlemen, we have our first blood of the map right now, and you see the Bellica drone going out, draining mana, doing damage. Is anyone trying to use it? Mud running away. Is she going to get away? Mud is able to get away by the skin of her teeth. 36 health by the time I clicked on her. She probably was under the 20s. Oh my God. Oh my gentle Jesus. So once again, this is Division 2, 2 seed versus 3 seed, Prime Boys versus the 3-Eyed Ravens. Prime Boys beat 3-Eyed Ravens, I believe, 2-0 in the regular season, so we'll see what happens here. It might have been 2-1. I'll have to go back and look. If one of the admins can go back and look, or anyone can go back and look at the schedule and just let us know what the matchup was during the regular season, that would be fantastic.
You see over here, MD Quad, higher in farm count than T-Dub. I believe that's correct. It's not bugged on my screen. But falling behind in economy. Well, never mind. My map is updated. Keeping ahead in economy.
Oh,
giving Magic a lot of lot of trouble.
Boss is doing very well as the offlane Grux. I'm sure we're going to see Death Crawler coming in over there. And I do got a bug with Rampage, so I can't click on him. We did see Give No Quarter invading the enemy jungle, just trying to take a little bit of that gold, a little bit of that experience, chip away at it. I'm interested to see how the non-pro teams go at it with Fangtooth. Again, two very good teams. Both of these teams did what they wanted throughout the entire 10-week regular season of Paragon Fight Night. So I want to see how they play. I'm excited to see how they play. Oh my goodness. I'm going to have to fix that because I can't click on Rampage. Give No Quarter's trying to get nice pull there. Get over here by Richter. Give No Quarter in all kinds of trouble. Oh, he doesn't have the jump. I think Quarter forgot that Rampage does not have the leap anymore. Demonic in trouble running into his turret to try to get away. We did see Mud use her Neural Disruptor to try to finish him off, but was not quite enough. Not a lot of mana. Iggy does not require a ton of mana. It's a very late game. Well, go ahead.
Lots of grouping. I mean, just absolutely lots of grouping. I mean, they are not prioritizing warding over objectives. I think they're still playing the catch up your laners and snowball ahead kind of tactic, right? You get one or two laners ahead, and then they constantly shove the laner, rotate on over, and you kind of pivot the whole team around just one or two people. And right now it seems that for three-eyed ravens going in, boss R07 going in, but unfortunately not enough damage to go out. Cross bomb rotate him with a fun.
You're seeing Demon Six being very aggressive, keeping Mud under her tower, not allowing her to recall. A lot of pressure. We're going to have to see Quarter rotate over and just let Demon Six know that she's there. We do see the offlaner rotating all the way over and grabbing what looks like it could be an invisible. That could be very dangerous for Demonic. An invisible, yep, there it is. There's the stacks gaining up on him. We have 3-on-1 right there. Even Iggy's not going to be able to get out of this using his ult. Just way too much damage there by the Prime Boys. Very well done. They waited. They were patient. Mud didn't get frustrated. Demonic was putting pressure in. What you see a lot of the Iggy's do, they move it, they inch up those turrets a little bit on the mid laner, pushing the mid laner farther and farther back under her tower, because the turrets reach further than what the autos reach. And Magic was able to rotate to mid lane and get back to his off lanes before 3-Eye Raven even started putting pressure on their off lane tower. A mistake by 3-Eye Raven right there. Off laner's not there. You got to try to shove that lane down. You have to.
I mean, when Shinbi is missing, they have to take advantage of that, either with farm or shoving that tower down and getting that first tower gold out, getting that 300 gold spread across the rest of the team. But unfortunately, it looks like your self-fortune times is recalling, and everybody's just kind of going for a reset right now. Over the right-hand side of lane, Cross Polymer and the duo lane with T-Dub is still trying to keep up the pressure onto boss R07. But I mean, Grux can hold himself. Lots of the smash and grab and the double paint is in clear waves. Like, the more waves you shove into him, it's kind of a double-edged sword. You want to shove waves into him and put damage on him so that you can take that tower. But on the flip side, he also can manage those waves, and that gives him more farm, that gets him ahead, getting him closer to the Death Crawler, getting him closer to his damage cards, getting him faster to the mid-game phase that he wants so that he can shut you down a lot earlier.
As we're seeing Mud in a little bit of trouble there. If Iggy ults, Mud's going to go down. But we did see Magic rotate over from that off lane once again. Was able to put a bunch of damage in, get everything he wanted. Now he's trying to run away. Indo Complex was over there. And we see Rampage rotate over and hold the off lane. Prime Boy's doing a nice job of covering the lane. Jumping over to the right-hand lane, plus Polypalmer and T-Dub were able to take down that off-lane tower. We do see the off-lane tower going down. That is the first tower of the game. Prime Boy's mid-lane tower in a little bit of trouble. We saw Iggy set up the 3 turrets there, kept Mud pushed back, and again, Magic was able to rotate as Shimmy from off-lane over to help without even jungle help.
Looks like that replay just a little bugged, but
looks like T-Dub
Palmer getting caught out.
Yep, 2 went dead right there. We see Mud starting to put some pressure here. Once we get a second, we will try to give her Mud with a nice size assault there. And I have no clue how much health Demon has. Does it show it on the right? No, he's completely glitched out. All right, let's take this opportunity to fix some of these bugs.
Alrighty. And I'm at 10:04. You?
10:09. Just gets right on up to me.
Yes, sir.
There we go. Yeah, now we can see again.
All right, 10:09.
And 3, 2, 1. Oop, 3, 2, 1, and go. All right, back here. Got rid of some of those replay bugs. Now I can click on Rampage. Because I always like to click on the jungler because they're usually the one that's initiating. And just as I say that, we're seeing Quarter come up from behind. Whiffs onto a rock, but to see if he also goes into the tower here. Decides not to. Those turrets just doing too much early game damage. I'm still not a fan of Iggy. But, again, Iggy's situational. You need a team comp that can go around Iggy.
I mean, you have to have a team comp that can hold their lanes and really help early game to set up, right? And, I mean, you have Grux and you have Rampage that can kind of do that. But, unfortunately, over onto Three-Eyed Ravens, I mean, like, we have Grux in the off lane, not the primary jungler, and Richter just kind of playing a little passive here early, trying to be as little of an influence as possible on lane.
Seismic Assault into a thunk right there. Mud, Prime Boyz does not have enough damage to finish well. We see Quarter rotating in now. Mud could, let's see. I don't think they know Rampage is there. Jumping over to the drone juice, so I can stay with everything. Now you're seeing the team start to position. We're 11.5 minutes into the game. The wards are going around Fangtooth. They're getting ready to manipulate, try to get that first Fangtooth where it's 5,000 gold. Essentially a free point for everyone on your team. It didn't seem like much until you started playing and you're like, holy crap, I get a whole free point in 2 seconds? That's awesome.
Yeah, they don't have a ward on Prime. Neither team has a ward on Prime, so it doesn't seem like they are just really kind of centralizing the team fight around it. Over onto the left lane, looks like Indo Complex is going to go in.
Nice pull over there by Indo Complex. Was able to get across Volley Palmer. Still over the top with a nice stun, and they finished them off, and they glitched them into the map. Rip. I'm not going to be able to click on Narbas, but that's good because I usually don't click on them. And we're seeing Demonic again. Keeping pressure on Mud, keeping her stuck under her tower, using those turrets up. Now he's just backing off, trying to starve Mud to farm. And he does hit his ult right there, gives him Quarter, taking all kinds of damage, goes into his ultimate here. Mud can't come up to help, so Quarter's on his own, throwing the rock, misses it. Hasn't used a seismic assault just to say Quarter, it's that burn gonna finish him off. Ulting his Indo Complex on Mud. Not enough damage. That tower is going to go down there. They're going to get this tower. They're going to get the middle lane tower. Prime Boyz not rotating over. The Van is over, and Three-Eyed Raven playing very well. I like how they're being aggressive with the E, keeping it in. Indo Complex with a nice rotation. I liked how Iggy ulted. Excuse me, let me give him credit. Demonic ulted to keep Mud off from being able to help on that with the turrets. Focused her, kept her away. She was not able to help Quarter there.
And then Quarter just going in to try to get a reprisal, trying to make a desperation play, but getting chunked by those turrets, not giving the respect that Iggy demands. When you fight him in his territory, you're basically fighting a losing battle half the time. But with the waves shoved up, I mean, Mud on Belica can farm a little bit more efficiently, while everybody else kind of rotates around the team. And given a Quarter, I think is going to play a little bit more passive, grab a little bit more farm, as the duo lane pushes up to... That was a lane swap. The lane swap, so the duo lane swap away from Grux, closer to the Fangtooth. We could see some posturing from Fangtooth, but I do believe there is regrouping.
Oh, T-Dub does take a steal ult to the face, then he gets stunned there. Not able to finish him off. Indo Complex did miss his pull there. It was a nice ultimate by Steel just to say, hey, back off a little bit. The cooldown's high enough. I do like the rotation over to Fangtooth side. Again, it's just like the old Prime side. The economy is now wherever Fangtooth is. It doesn't matter, and it's the short lane. You need your 2 players over there, so anytime you can have 4 players in Fangtooth immediately, early and often.
And then we have Shinbi matchup versus the Grux with a circle rhythm, able to mitigate a lot of the burst damage that Grux can put off. Also, Shinbi's mobility to negate, if played correctly, a lot of the CC that Grux brings to the team. So Shinbi versus the Grux matchup, very smart rotation there too. Benefits Prime Boys a lot on that rotation.
Look at the gold right now, very even, but a slight advantage in favor of Three-Eyed Raven. About 5,000 gold ahead, and because they have those extra 4 kills right now. Shinbi going in right now, she wants it, building those stacks, 1, 2, 3, 4, uses her ultimate, and just absolutely killed someone. I don't know who it was because it doesn't show on the map, but they killed somebody. I'm assuming it was Iggy. I'm assuming. I have a bunch of, so we'll just keep rolling with it right now. Grux boss sitting over there waiting for Shinbi to come in. What's Grux building here? Let's take a look. Oh, growth. Interesting. Growth across the board with Grux. I don't think we're gonna see the he's going super big. Oh, into combo with a nice pull Porter in, and then Belga hits the side of herself, so he could have combo it. Hits him with another rock. Mud putting on some damage here. They want to turn around. They want to get this tower down. They need to open up the map again. Three-Eyed Ravens has the advantage right now. They have that mid lane tower down, and now they just got the that tower outside tower down as well. Staying in with Angel combo. Imagine building those stocks. Got pulled in again. Smash and grab. Nice shot. What the hell happened to my camera? Pulled on Magic in all kinds of trouble. Has a few hundred health. Trying to get away. Angel combo chases Porter going in. Using roaring. Trying to get that extra damage boost in there. Boss pulls him away. Porter in trouble. Yourself goes in, is trying to finish off. Oh, there goes the Iggy out. 1 down for Prime Boys. This might be 2 down for Prime Boys. Three-Eyed Raven taking the advantage. Mud trying to run away. Song of My People trying to heal everyone away. Mud has her Nikes then trying to get away again once again. And Three-Eyed Raven took that advantage. Nice job winning the team deathmatch battle right now. And winning the MOBA game. Prime Boys in a little bit of trouble. They need to rebound. But again, it's not that bad. It's 6-4. And again, it's still about a 5,000 gold difference. That's it.
And Three-Eyed Ravens can't possibly be afraid to pick a fight right now. And neither can Prime Boys. They're basically just kind of waiting out until one person makes the crucial mistake until Bellica's pushed back, until there's a 4v5, and then there's a grouping mid, and then they just take towers. They steamroll the other team because there's an advantage on one of the team or the other.
We're seeing right now, Three-Eyed Raven going in after Magic, wasting no time, coming in during the middle set. Ultimate going off right there in silence. Richard trying to end this. Sax was able to finish so well. Roth was taking it off the map, getting no quarter coming in. Three-Eyed Ravens might pay for this. Look at the health regen there on Shinbi. Prime Boys just turned that around right there. Got 1, 2, 3 for none. And they're going to turn around. They're going to get this thing to. That could put them in the lead. It will tie it all up just like that. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. One team fight and a quick Fang Tooth, and it's a fresh game. All over again. A fresh game, but Three-Eyed Raven has the advantage. What does Prime Boys need to do to keep this momentum in their favor?
I mean, Prime Boys has to set their lanes. They have to group correctly. They have to open up the map a little bit more, right? Prime Boys has to get those T1s down. Three-Eyed Ravens has cracked open the map already. They have already taken control, and now that the strength has switched on over back to Prime Boys, I mean, Prime Boys have to just essentially match objectively Three-Eyed Ravens.
Right now, the Prime Boys trying to put pressure, trying to get that mid tower down. They did grab it. They were able to put a little pressure back on. Trying to open up the map to even it up. It's even again. So very well done by the Prime Boys. Bouncing back. They've been around for a while. They rebranded, rechanged their name. Had a little bit of a roster change right before the playoffs, but we'll see what happens. They want that money. So out of the $500, 20% is going to the single only first place winner is going to get it in Division 2. So Division 2 gets 20% of the total pot. And first place gets it all. So Prime Boys playing for it. They want the money. They want it. They're hungry. Mud in a little bit of trouble, taking damage, running away, just trying to back out. We do have a few replay bugs. We're saying Demonic pushing up, trying to keep the pressure on Mud, trying to keep her with her back against the wall.
Yes, sir.
So again, everyone's resetting, everyone's going back and forth. Prime Boys evened it up with that Fang Tooth. But again, unless it's a glitch, Prime Boys are down. I think it's a glitch, 'cause I don't think Narbas is getting gold. But Prime Boys down about 3,000 gold as of right now. Both have 6 kills, both going back in. Just say it right in the chat, Deli. It's easier for me. Oh, nice job for Europe. Going over the top with the steel wall, pushing it in. Demonic absolutely demolished. Oh, I'm sorry, that wasn't Demonic. That was Magic. They got demolished. You don't see a shimmy get deleted like that very often. But it happened right there. So 3-Eyed Raven continuing to put pressure in. They want this tier 2. Give him the quarter, throws the rock as Rampage, going in, trying to keep him off. Steel moving up, just trying to block as much of the autos as he can. Not sure why he's doing it. He was just absorbing damage for no reason. Took a rock to the face, but turned around and was able to kill Mud. Bellico off the map. Quarter trying to finish Demonic. I can't tell, and he was able to kill him. So 2 for 1 in favor of the Prime Boys there. Are you back?
Whenever you want to reset, Coach.
All right, let's reset it right now. Plus 10 mighty saying, get rid of some of these replay bugs. I am at 21 minutes and 5 seconds.
21 minutes.
Wow, while you're getting in, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 growth totems. Complete opposite what we saw in the Pro League. 6 growth totems. We see a couple Sprikins. Completely different. It's all it's almost all growth. Yeah.
2105?
2105.
Yes, sir. I'm here.
All right. 3, 2, 1, go.
Just lots of growth totals across the board.
Let's check
it still gives steady power and steady health, right? So it's not a completely useless card. They might be in it for the long haul. I mean, both teams, they know that it's going to be a lot of back and forth. Like, maybe we should quit the growth totems, play a little bit slow, pick fights when we can, and kind of drag this game out for a little while longer, make the most of our growth totems.
And it's interesting because it seems like the Pro Division was playing for that 20 to 25 minute game. In Division 2, we're 22 minutes in, no inhibitors down, they're playing for that 30 to 35 minute game, where growth totems are still viable. And they're going for it. Endo Complex is just waiting to try to steal this Prime. Let's see if he's going to be able to get it. He's buying stuff there. The ult's just a little too early there. I don't know who got it. Steel came in at the same time. Steel was able to get it. So it does look like a steal in favor of 3-Eyed Raven. Stole Prime. Nice play again by 3-Eyed Raven. Prime Boys got caught with their pants down there. Didn't see him. Was able to get it. So 21 minutes, Prime went down. But in retrospect, Prime Boys end up backdooring and getting the middle inhibitor down. I'm sorry, middle tower down. And
yeah, I mean,
and look at. I like this play by 3-Eyed Raven. I like how they got Prime. They know all the Prime Boys are up. They said, let's go get Fang Tooth. Let's get that 5,000 gold. Let's try to build that lead.
I mean, they have lane pressure on both of the side lanes and not the mid lane. The mid lane is already about to be reset. So, I mean, they have the advantage here with the minions. They can grab Fang Tooth, they have Prime, and they can go to either of the side lanes.
They still got a little over 2 minutes left on Prime. Unless my timer is messing up, which it looks like my timer is frozen. Rip. So timer is for, oh my god, Steel with a nice smash there. And then going in with it, the silence was Richter. Silence saw put him. Oh my god, did he get a double pull? Oh no, that was a smash and grab. Okay. I was like, wait, just when can Richter do that? Oh, give him no quarter with a nice rock. Was able to. Wow, Prime Boys taking out 4 of them. Nice play by the Prime Boys. 3-Eyed Raven just got absolutely destroyed there. But Prime Boys lost their T2. But it's never worth 4 kills for a T2. Absolutely not. Rip jump pad.
Rip GG no re, right? No jump pads, no game. Yeah. But I mean, the death timers are still ticking, so Prime Boys can bring it back, right? So they're gonna group in mid, they're gonna relegate Shimmy over to the side lane, or over to the right side lane, and they're gonna take that T2. They're gonna take the enemy jump pads. They're gonna kind of trade out. Looks like they're still waiting for minions. Boss R7 goes in.
No, it doesn't really go well. Please, deal with a little bit of technical difficulty on my streaming rig.
But Prime Boys goes to back out. I think they're going for a reset. I think they're just objectively like, hey, we cannot take this lead. We can't take this push. Everybody's back up. Why don't we reset? Give no quarters going to go farm a little bit more, grab a couple extra attributes to further build the cards that he needs. And then everybody else just kind of group together, pick, and look for a big old grand fight, right? Because right now, I mean, it's back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. The gold lead isn't too substantial. Looks about 10,000 on my screen, in favor for Prime Boys. So Prime Boys has the lead. Prime Boys just needs to keep it.
Prime Boys, I see Prime Boys behind by about 10,000. I see 123 for Three-Eyed Raven and 115 for Prime, unless that's glitched on my end. You got something different?
124 to 115. My bad. I flipped it around.
It's all good. It's all gravy, baby. Alright, I think I fixed the computer issue. So I got to reset the timer later. Remind me to do that in between matches, please. Alright.
Yes, sir.
So boss is going in. Let me just get rid of it because Prime is obviously gone. My streaming rate's having an absolute heart attack. It's like, ah! So, alright, once again, Prime Boys now has a huge team deathmatch advantage, but still down about 10,000 gold. Could be a glitch, maybe not. But, see, the big difference right now, you know what I'm seeing that's a lot different compared to the divisions? No Flame of Zetchins right now.
I mean, the Zetchin, this is where we see D1 valuing the objectives just a little bit more. They're grouping for it a lot earlier. They're warding around it earlier, around the 3 minute mark, because they know how effective it can be, right? And the D1 teams,
Woo! Steel goes over the top and misses Indo Complex. Right now, I like Three-Eyed Raven is grouped together. They're very tight-knit. They're winning they're doing very well with the team fights here. They're trying to impose their will, but Steel has to hit that initiate. He has to hit that coming over the top. I'm drawing a blank on the name of his ultimate, and it's driving me nuts.
Shield Slam.
Shield Slam, thank you. I'm like, I know it's so basic. It was just one of those things where I'm like, oh, what is it?
Everybody's got really, really cool ultimate names, and his is just Shield Slam.
Exactly. That's what
it works.
Right,
I mean, just lots of hesitation right now. They're grouping together. They're kind of just like getting a feel right now about what's going to happen next in the next like 15, 10, 30 seconds.
Seismic Assault. Nice job by Mud with the initiation right there. Dropping her George. Steel's not going to have a chance. He couldn't even get out. Welcome to the Cease Easter egg, known as Paragon, ladies and gentlemen. Smashing by Boss, but he had no follow-up with him, and he's not doing the Death Crawler rush where it's just like smash and grab, deletion off the map. He pulls them all into the tower again. Again, no follow-up. So he's just not doing enough damage. We're seeing Shimmy just absorbing damage right there. And again, Mud absolutely on point with her Seismic Assaults, Neural Disruptor to absolutely just say, get out of my face. Quad, get out my face. Where's my money? That's 4 down. Iggy's the only one left alive. Prime Boys now starting to impose their will right now. They're going after the objective. They have the lane pressure here. Let's see if they back off here after they get this tower and just go after Fangtooth. That's what we saw Reborn do when they knew they weren't going to get a day. They backed off immediately and went to the next objective. Fangtooth.
I mean, they have lane pressure in the left lane, so they can grab this tower, rotate one person on over, split push, while everybody else's timers are still ticking effectively. Send one person back, and then have 3 people group for Fangtooth, and then potentially posture for Prime here shortly. Since the T2 in mid has gone down, map is broken wide open. This is where we're going to start to see minion waves just really start to creep into the base.
And it looks like they're baiting for Prime. They're baiting for Prime. Now they're backing out and they're going on. See, again, we saw I like this as an educational thing. We saw the Pro Division, and we'll see it in the PML this weekend. Instead of stalling, they went right for Fangtooth. Meanwhile, Prime Boyz stalled. Now they're going for Fangtooth, and 3-Eye Raven is going for Prime. So what's more important right now? Fangtooth or Prime? Because Fangtooth...
I mean, right...
What?
I mean, Prime is a huge objective, right? It's like it's not necessarily so much a game closer now, but it is a huge boost to kind of like push into a game close, right? To kind of give you the jump start that you need to really win over a team fight. I mean, the extra power, the extra health regen, the mana regen, and the extra waves health is really going to start to add up versus over a Fangtooth, right? Fangtooth, if you grab that on a back foot, I mean, it could help turn the tide. But if you are sieging towers, if you're grouping, if you're fighting together as a team, that's going to be more effective. But if you're defending, it's just another objective to deny.
Sorry, I'm trying to fix my timer over here. All right, 3-Eye Raven, I like what they're doing. They're putting the pressure. There's the seal. Mud's not going to get out of this one. Silence there by Richter. That quick cooldown. Porter staying on the back end. He must be swinging. We just got the glitch there. Magic stacks going off there as should be. Was able to kill someone. Mud is off the map 1 for 1. Demonic was killed. Well, it kind of looks funny with Rampage just glitch alting. Right now, not swinging anything. They're not focusing the inhib. Oh, they are focusing the inhib. And the inhib is down. So Prime Boyz in a little bit of trouble right now. 3-Eye Raven playing well. Playing extremely well. It is a 2 seed versus the 3 seed. Right now, Prime Boyz versus Indo Combat. Did he get caught lazy backing? He did. What the hell? Ladies and gentlemen, that could be devastating right now. Because look at the outside lane right now. It's in a huge wave in favor of Prime Boyz. And they were able to just get another kill. So 4 dead. And it looks like my timer is working now. No, it's not.
And Prime Boyz with that mid inhibitor down, I mean, they could... I think they're just going to group in the right lane and push while 3-Eyed Ravens has multiple missing from the field, right? I mean, they have a huge minion wave. They're going to take that advantage. They're going to send somebody back. Mud's going to be dealing with the base, and they're going to potentially be taking a third T2. And then maybe sieging the inhibitor as forcing a 3v5.
Enemy tower destroyed.
Everything seems glitched on my screen, but Give No Quarter is not taking a single bit of damage.
T-Dell pushing up over there. They did it over, putting a lot of pressure under that inhibitor right now. Prime Boyz trying to turn it around. Oh my god, yourself 4 times has no damage. Now they're starting to back out. Rampage has been ulted for about 3 minutes. TV, we will... Okay, yeah, now's a good time to reset everything. Let's fix this real quick.
Whenever you're ready.
Yep, -10, +10. I am at 32.29, and while you catch up to that, we're just going to look at the gold right now. 157, 3-Eyed Raven. The 153, you're seeing the Prime Boyz starting to catch up with that gold, doing everything they can to stay in this fight. They are dominating the team deathmatch portion of it, but they are... Yeah, they're dominating the team deathmatch portion, but losing the gold. So objectives are important. Are you ready to go?
Yes, sir.
3, 2, 1, go. So that should fix it. Yeah, that looks like everyone's fixed now.
I believe so. And Fangtooth goes back up again, and we could see 3-Eyed Ravens posturing for it. And Prime Boyz maybe contesting. I mean, we don't have Flame Possessions on the enemy team over on Prime Boyz, so it's going to be a hard contest.
Going in after, I like what the Prime Boyz are doing right now. 1, 2, 3, 4. With cross body bomber just zoning right now, he makes the comment, someone's coming over, not gonna be able to get it. So the Prime Boyz does get it. I believe that's 3 to 1 in favor of Prime Boyz now. So now they lost the 2 OP fights, but now they have the speed boost, and the third one gives that extra tower damage, structure damage. So they got all that extra damage right now. In trouble is Steel. He's just eating damage right now. Polymar coming over, was trying to finish on, didn't need it. Prime Boyz are grouped together. Lane pressure's in their favor. They're gonna looks like they want to come back mid. They have it. They have damage. So now with that extra Fangtooth, all they need to do is get minions in, and that inhibitor is gonna fly down. That
Yeah, especially
no chance.
I mean, Murdoch is up. He's got a Shatter Golem, he's got his Smash Boots, he's got his Guard Piercer, he's got like kind of like the trio card wombo combo that's gonna really melt towers. He's doing the damage that he needs. That Prime Boyz needs to take towers to kill tanks, as we saw with Steel. And T-Dub doing a great job playing carry, focusing the Iggy turrets first. That's how you play it. You have to take the time in order to focus those first.
Mud with a seismic, saw a rock thrown in also. Nice job right there. Prime Boyz grouped up. They want to go after. It does make it tough when you have super minions coming at you. It takes a little longer to clear that wave. Mud using her Void Bomb. Just a little jam. Oh, nice quarter again, throwing the big D's around like it's his job. Magic going in to initiate right now. No, he backs off. You see that turret coming in. He was able to kill the turret. This is where Iggy starts to fall off because those turrets are going to be 1 or 2 shots for the carry. T-Dub going in.
And they have lane. Prime Boyz has lane advantage on all 3 lanes. They can extend this fight as long as they want, and something will come out of it. Eventually.
Oh my goodness! There's the Steel Lock going over the top. We saw Simbi use her ultimate. Wasn't able to quite finish her. Cross using his Crash Boom, trying to slow him down. Giving the quarter ulting, going in, beating up on Demon right now. Staying with him right now, staying with us. They're going after the inhibitor. See that extra damage from him? Nice pull there by Indo Combat, putting him up, but that middle inhibitor's down. It has evened up the match, ladies and gentlemen. Prime Boyz turning this around, getting beat up for most of the match there once we had Raven, but we seeing the power of Fangtooth. Why the Pro Division is favoring going after Fangtooth early and often. It just took Prime Boyz a little longer to go after, but now that they have those three Fangtooths, they're dominating. They just have so much extra power.
They're shredding. They're extra power. They're shredding through 15 extra damage, 15% extra damage to non-hero units, to structures. That is a lot of extra damage on top of the 4 that you already get from the first, the 4 that you get from the second, the 4 that you get from the third.
Buck Polymer throws it, does miss it right there. And this is going to be GG. We're going to freeze right here. Take a quick look at endgame builds before we go into game 2. Go through the quick builds. Anything interesting or pretty straightforward? I don't like Grux being built that way. You got to make him a glass cannon.
Especially in the off lane. I mean, he's not your primary jungler. He's your kind of like your secondary tank. You're kind of your off lane assassin, right? So that means like building, since he's not your initiator, you can get away with him not building tanky, and you just build him straight power glass cannon, as you said, and then set up the place, because they still have Richter, they still have Steel, so Indo Complex and yourself 14 times can still set up plays for Grux to be able to pull, and Grux has had multiple pulls throughout the game. He just doesn't have enough damage to really capitalize on that. He could have, like we saw Jay Leho in the last game, he could have nuked everybody, but over here he's a little bit more tankier, to kind of compensate for the lack of initiation that Richter brings. It's very limited when it comes to versus somebody like a Rampage, versus somebody like a Crunch that can dash twice into the fight. So I guess that 3-Eyed Ravens is compensating for the Richter jungle with the Grux building tanky instead of like a burst assassin.
Well done by the Prime Boyz. They had their back against the wall early and often. It's very interesting to me because this is only my second time casting with Fangtooth. Sorry, I always feel like I have to yell it because it's capitalized. It's interesting seeing how people play after it. It's interesting seeing the growth totems with one division compared to no growth totem, and the match went 35 minutes compared to the first 2 were 25 and under. So it's interesting. We'll see how this evolves going in. But ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back in about 6 minutes and 30 seconds. We're going to take a short break and get everything set up. Prime Boyz took game 1 over 3-Eyed Raven, and we'll see you soon. And Polymer, you should know by now, my whole thing is to slaughter people's names. It's like my meme now. It's what I do. So like, I can't even say Sir Tiddly Dinka right, and he works with us. So all right, we'll see you guys in just a few. Going over the top. Is he able to do? Oh, nice recall. Pulls him out. Gideon and that's all. He's down to under 100 HP. Goes in. Oh, that's a smash grab. Pulling him in. He's down to about 300 health. But there is a favor right now. World's going in. Trying. Mr. Guru. Oh, nice. He turns around and gets the steal all on Guru. Bringing him down. Nice smash grab by World. Pulling him in. He's on top of him. Gets that bleed going. Smash, smash, smash. Oh, he misses that smash grab. Misses him. But Feeder is not done. For the recall. He dropped down. Yes. And then there's all. Nice.
Oh, and Midley.
Was able to jump in.
Is saved by Master Splinter's hook. Did you
They
see
rotated
that?
over and got everyone 4 for 1 right there. Very well done. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back for Game 2, Division 2, Paragon Fight Night, Season 1 playoff, Prime Boyz versus Three-Eyed Raven. We saw a very good game, Game 1. Agent Deli and I were like, oh, Prime Boyz are in trouble. Prime Boyz are in trouble. Then they started going after Fangtooth, turned it completely around. Nice job. Yeah, well done. A little bit different than what we saw with the Pro Division, but it's all good. I got the draft up. You ready to jump into the draft? All right, 3, 2, 1, go. Let's start this draft, ladies and gentlemen.
All right. We have Three-Eyed Ravens on the left and Prime Boyz on the right. So, Eddie, how's your day today? Time's ticking.
Absolutely fantastic. Thank you, Three-Eyed Raven, for taking your sweet time. Very good. I'm excited for the games. I am gonna say I was a little iffy with all the changes coming to Paragon when the update came, but as a casting, it changes the game, and I really like it. It's forcing more team fights. It's forcing more objectives, and we got the first bans coming up.
Lots of action all around. Three-Eyed Ravens bans Gideon, huge, powerful ultimate. Stun. I mean, it's team wiping potential. Prime Boys bans Iggy and Scorch, while Three-Eyed Ravens picks up Rampage. And we turned over to Prime Boys to pick up 2 heroes to start off the draft here. But Iggy and Scorch ban, again, I mean, Iggy and Scorch was giving Mud lots of trouble. We saw Iggy and Scorch in the last couple of games as well. Reasonable ban. We have Aurora pick from Prime Boys. I believe almost going in here in extra time.
No Gideon, no Iggy. Keep the trolls off it. Bud, no spoils. Otherwise, I unfollow your channel.
Ban from the chat. And we have Grux over on Prime Boys. Grux and Aurora combo. Aurora Cryoseism comes out. Everybody gets stunned for that short duration of the window. Grux has the ability to pull multiple heroes and double pay multiple heroes, burst multiple heroes down. But over at Three-Eyed Ravens, they're countering with Shinbi and Lieutenant Bellica. Lieutenant Bellica being able to interrupt a lot of the CC between Aurora and Grux, being able to just create peel for everybody on the team very efficiently. Rough early game, but definitely hits her stride mid and late game. Just an absolute menace against casters as well. Pretty much anybody who's building mana pool, mana and mana regen. Shinbi, great cleanup, strong offlaner. They're really going to be fighting a 4v5, and then right when the tides turn, Shinbi's going to be coming in and cleaning up, causing lots of disruption. Really going to give Prime Boys a run for its money if everybody decides to focus Shinbi. Prime Boys picks up Narbash, huge AoE ult, and Narbash into the Murdoch. Classic wombo combo, right? Thunk into shots fired, into a hot pursuit. Basically be able to set up a lot of the kills. That long range engage is definitely going to be able to support Grux, Murdoch, and Aurora. Over on Three-Eyed Ravens, we're picking up Twin Blast, just a classic carry. Lots of damage downrange. We have stuns from the Rampage into the Bellica, and a lot of lockdown from Shinbi being able to just cause a lot of disruption, while Twin Blast is in the background, being able to put down lots and lots of consistent damage.
I love Twin Blast, but Murdoch's shots fired and long armor to law. I think he's the best carry in the game right now.
I believe so too, stat wise as well.
Phase.
We have Phase for Three-Eyed Ravens. Really, the Hyperflux is really going to be pulling additional damage into Twin Blast, being able to increase his attack speed that early to the mid game, like by tenfold. And it's a lot of damage. Prime Boy's picking up Howitzer. Interesting. Lots of AoE stuns here. So we have like an Aurora, Cryosize into a Grux smash and grab, all while a Make It Rain is happening and Howitzer in the background. Narbash is keeping enemies out, or keeping his enemies inside of the AoE with the Thunk, and then Crash Bang Boom of himself. I mean, we have very powerful team fighting ultimates and very powerful team fighting kits on the side of Prime Boys. But over on the side of Three-Eyed Ravens, we do have lots of initiation. We have Phase Energy Lance into a Root, being able to set up the Rampage Rock and Lieutenant Bellica Seismic Assault, basically allowing TB to clean up. Who do you give draft to? I'm gonna say Prime Boys here.
I like it. The Howitzer I want to see. Because the only Howitzer I've seen in this meta, I guess, for lack of better words, it did not do well. But it also looked like Arctic Wolves just kind of threw their hands up at one point and gave up.
I'm Trilane Volstock. I mean, it's the first time we've seen Howie in a long time. So
yeah, we saw him last game. We'll see. I don't want to say too much, but it's I don't know. We'll see what they're able to do. I am at 7 seconds in game.
Yes, sir.
3, 2, 1, and ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Game 2, Division 2, Prime Boys versus the Three-Eyed Raven, the 2 seed versus the 3 seed. $500 is the prize pool. Division 2 gets 20% of that, so right now it's $100, and only first place gets paid in Division 2. So we'll see how it is. Again, Season 2 for Paragon Fight Night, December 14th. It starts that week. 3 divisions, a pro division, which is invite only, a semi-pro division, which will be the next tier of teams, and then the open division, which will be anyone's welcome in. So make sure you guys jump into the Fight Night channel. Check out www.pwrgaming.com for more information. The official write-up is coming out. And also check out our big write-up and the Monolith magazine that just came out. It's a pretty sick magazine. Follow us all on Twitter. That being said, Deli, walk us through the lineup and who's playing who.
Over on the left side, Prime Boys has got Give No Quarter on Crux.
Oh, sorry, you got to interrupt you. Cross Polymer was able to get the thunk air there on McDougal, and Mud misses her R2000 to finish him off. They went for that early game gate, waited for him to come, waited for what is it? MD Quad to walk up his Bellica, and didn't get the kill. Okay, go ahead and go through.
Nope, okay. T-Dub 37 on Murdoch Carry, Cross Polymer on Narbash, Support Magic on Aurora offlane, and Mud on Howitzer mid lane. Over onto the right-hand side of the screen, Three-Eyed Ravens has Boss RO7 with Twin Blast, yourself _14 times on Phase, MD Quad on Bellica, Indo Complex on Rampage, and X Demonic on Shinbi offlane. Lots of aggression.
Looking at the team comp again, I do like the Prime Boys draft better. I really do. It's a CC train. It's a pure CC train. The only one that doesn't have CC is Murdoch, and he has his knockback with a slight CC. You know, Howitzer's got the boop into the Make It Rain. Aurora, her Horror Frost into her roof. Thunk by Cross Polymer, and Give No Quarter with a smash and grab and his uppercut.
I mean, that's still 4 out of the 5 team members over on Prime Boys versus the FaZe, Bellica, Rampage. The 3 out of the 5 over on the Three-Eyed Ravens. And we've seen it time and time again. CC.
Woo! There's that boop right there by Mud. Nicely done. Knocking Bellica Quado over to the other side of the map. Indo Complex coming over to. Woo! Got to be careful of the R2000 from Mud. Lost all her mana from that Bellica drone, sitting out there draining a little bit at a time. First blood did go to Prime Boys in that off lane. Magic was able to finish her off and get the kill. Ladies and gentlemen, who's in the chat right now, you see that gentleman, Scuba Lip? He is one of the biggest sponsors for Power Gaming. He did over $100 worth of donations. Do me a favor, jump in his channel, give him a quick follow. Plays a lot of cool games. He's a great dude. Give him some love. Great sponsor. Sorry, I just see him in the chat. I want to give him some love. Also, make sure you check out Herbalife. We have a lot of great information. Food eating plans, products, everything you can possibly need. And the Sneaky Brothers who did all the artwork that you see here. So make sure you guys show them some love. Follow them on Twitter. Go from there. All right, back to the action. Shameless plug.
No, go for it. There's nothing wrong with that.
Demonic trying to get those stacks up, working their way all the way up into the lane there. Oh, nice thunk there by Cross. See, I'm going to call you a different name every time. So Cross Polymat Magger.
Cross Polymer.
It's going to be a different name every single time.
Indo Complex coming on over to Crocs.
I think you threw the rock, cutting T-Dub off. Oh, I don't know what happened, how they got pushed off him. Oh, wait. Yes, I do. There's that little bit of CC that we were just talking about by T-Dub. They had him into the rope, and he just pushed him off with his knockback. Said, get off me. Otherwise, he would have been dead.
Give No Quarter coming in for a counter gank. on Demonic. Demonic has to be careful.
Whoa!
Lazy back.
Lazy back. We saw he did a smash grab, hit him with the uppercut, but there wasn't enough damage there. I think even Prime Boys were caught off guard by that lazy back. I like what Mud's doing, going in, forcing the jungle, not letting the buff, contesting the buffs. I do like that. I like that early and often. It's tough for a mid laner because, especially when with like a Gideon, it's easier because you can jump in and out and get away. You got a little more escape with a howitzer because you could use your boot. If you hit it right, you can get up over the lane. But you have to contest those lanes. Too many mid laners allow the lanes to go uncontested, allow the buffs to go uncontested.
And those are huge, like, assistances, right? 10 extra % damage, dot, 10 extra % ability damage, and that adds up in the early game, especially, and then that really adds up in the mid game. That's the difference between one ult finishing somebody off, or an R2K clearing a minion wave. Or you have to spend an extra couple seconds to... Oh, Indo Complex rocking Mud. Doesn't seem like he's going to come out of it.
I do like the aggression here by Aurora. She does have her ultimate, starting to put the pressure in the lane. It is early, so that Horror Rot is going to do a lot. It's tough against the phase, because I feel phase's link should disconnect when she CC'd, but it doesn't. But that's a whole nother argument for another day. And the both lanes are, it's interesting. Look at all the pressure here from Prime Boys. They're shoved up on both sides of the lane.
I mean, they have to, right? Like, Shinbi has to, like, you have to pressure Shinbi out. And then, like, you just have to play this very carefully, right? I mean, there's lots of mobility from Aurora. Like, Magic has a lot of escapes. He has 2 escapes built into the kit. And then a huge CC AoE in case he gets pressured out of the lane. But shoving the minions under the tower so that they can't farm is going to make them, it's going to keep the duo busy.
Again, Magic as a world putting a lot of pressure in on the safe lane here, keeping them under the tower, trying to steal from their farm, and he can do it. Does he have Spriking on? He does have the Spriking early game, getting out about 15 health regen early. 19 already, excuse me. 19 health regen very early in the game without the damage being able to stack. Cross Polymap McGraffer could be in a little bit of trouble here. No, and he is able to get out. Cross Polymographer does get out, turn around, working his way back over, keeping with T-Dub. T-Dub being patient, freezing the lane on Demonic.
I mean, Polymorph has to hit those thunks, right? Like, you have to lock down that Shinbi. Like, you can't let her do whatever it is that she's doing. She's a couple of levels ahead. She's 3 levels ahead of Cross Polymer and 1 level ahead of Murdoch. Like,
going in. She's going in, building up those stacks right now. She does have enough that could finish them off. I don't think she has enough mana. She does not have enough mana to finish them off. The stacks are still on him. Talking my people going on. He has less than 300 health. And it was not, she ran out of mana. Demonic ran out of mana. Cross Polygraph was able to get out of it with a little over 300 health. Very lucky there. Or well played, depending on what you want to do.
I think it's a well played. Well played on Polygraph.
And ladies and gentlemen, one of the other big sponsors, Sneaky Paragon, is in here. Make sure you guys show him some love. He did all the artwork for us. He did the Prime Coin, everything. The brothers are awesome. Jump in, get on the waiting list because they're fantastic. Right there, Sneaky Paragon. Find them right on Sneaky Paragon on Twitter.
Looking over on the scoreboard, I mean, we're 1-0. This is a very slow start of the game. Lots of aggression. But, I mean, they're respecting each other, right? Respecting each other's comps and what they possibly can do. So they're taking it a little bit slow. They're poking and prodding each other slowly and surely. Eventually, one of them will break and bend. And the gold will shift over to the other side. But right now, Prime Boys should not be afraid to take a fight. They are 1-0 right now. They have the CC on their side. I think they should group and go for a pick, but like 3-eyed Ravens.
Chat, do me a favor real quick. If you have any of Sneaky Paragon's emotes, just start spamming them in chat. Pure emotes for the next couple seconds right now. Indo Complex coming in. He does misses the rock. Demonic going in. Cross Potty McGrath trying to get away. Sung my people going on. Here comes Indo Quarter coming in with the game. Can he get the smash and grab in there? He does miss the smash and grab. Cross Polymer over again. Right now, staying together. Prime Boys staying in like a very tight-knit group right now. They're staying together. No deaths are going on. Both teams playing it early. They want this money. This is a decent amount of money to play in a league that it's 100% free for them after. It's nice. Here we go. Prime Boys put on the aggressor right now. In the combo, smashing grab. And there you go. It's not a bleed anymore. What's the cross call now? Right click for Brush. Drawing the blood.
Right click is double pain.
Double pain. Was able to go.
Yeah.
Demonic is going to have to try. He hits cross poly McGrath from a G. McGriff. Cross poly McGriff. With one of the things. Now he's getting the stacks over and giving no quarter. And T-Dub just focusing and hitting the tower with as much damage. We're 11 minutes into the game and no one's even looked at Fang to T-Dub in all kinds of trouble. Seismic Assault into a Void Dive with this in. Narbas in all kinds of trouble as well. Taking damage left and right. Neuro Disruptor finishes them off. Prime Boy stayed a little too long.
I mean, we saw that in the Reborn versus the Arctic Wolf games, right? They had that huge advantage. They stayed a little too long. Reborn rotated everybody over, but while doing that, I mean, Mud in the mid lane, pushing it up, arming up ahead of MD Quad, and then also Aurora on Magic on the other side of the map, just still giving the duo lots of trouble. Locking them down, farming up ahead of them, 3 levels ahead of both the duo, I believe.
Looks like they are, and it looks like Three-Eyed Raven is going for that first Fang Tooth. They are right now 1,000 gold behind, and that's going to spike them up to 5,000 gold ahead, just like that.
Three-Eyed Raven's controlling the objectives. I mean, they know that they're going to be playing. They know that they're rotating effectively. And they're getting any advantage that they can. They have to even things up and then get the lead. So while everybody's busy fighting, everybody's busy recuperating from the losses that they just had over on Prime Boys, Three-Eyed Ravens goes for Fangtooth. But it's very interesting that there's no words on either Fangtooth or Prime yet. Either team is just still trying to get a feel for each other, how the pace of the game is going to go. They're still trying to fight. They're still trying to fight it out. They're still trying to sway the power graph of each side, right? So really going to be trying to shut down the duo lane. You're really going to be trying to shut down Grux. Really going to be preventing rotations from Prime Boys.
Prime Boys, again, we saw this last game. They played a little passive, waited, and then they turned it on in the second half of the game. Was able to get it. They won a quick team fight. Faked like they were going for Prime, went after and got a second and a third Fangtooth, and just took that extra damage and extra speed and turned the whole match around for them. They're a little behind again, but again, they are an experienced team. We'll see what happens. Mud's been around for a while. The Prime Boys have a pretty solid roster, been going around for a while. So right now you see them grouping up. Now they're going after a different objective. They want this mid lane. They're moving in. The tower has about 30% health. Magic dives in and hits her horror frost. Freezes everyone. They're kind of spread out. So it was a get the quarter with a nice massive grab pull them in. Look at the boom from Mud. Pulling them in. Howie alting over the top. So just as I say that, 2-for-1 in favor of the Prime Boys. Magic could be going down right now. In the complex zone is nope. Is he getting away? He is going to get no quarter, comes smashing in. Saying, back off Magic. That's my bae. Leave the Ice Queen alone. Bratty Cutie Pie gets out of it by the skin of his teeth. Nice job. I liked it. They took the tower, got 2 kills, and lost 1. Well worth it to open up that map for them.
And they didn't overstay. They took what they could, and then they left. They took Fangtooth already. They took Fangtooth, but they lost the T1. They try to get a reprisal kill, but Prime Boys just not giving up kills here, respecting the draft.
Everyone just kind of resetting. The gold is pretty close, only 2,000, not really much of a difference. Kills 4-3, pretty even across the board. But pretty even match going back and forth. That was a nice play by Mud. I liked the objectives right there. Again, Prime Boyz in this division. So what we're seeing tomorrow, I'm interested to see how the matches go tomorrow night on the other half of the Division 2 to see if Fangtooth becomes a more of a priority. I know we're going to see it a lot this weekend after we just witness it in the PCL over the weekend, and then what Reborn and Arctic Wolf did. So going into the Ashen Seismic Assault there, Mud has to be careful. She has no mana. She has to try to get away. Neural Disruptor brings her down to a few, and then the Big D kills her. Going in, not being nice there is Rampage. They turn around and Demonic gets absolutely beat up. I couldn't even swing the camera around in time to see how fast he got taken off. Just as I say that, T-Dub's going after the Raptor, going after Fangtooth. This could be big because it's going to give him 5,000 gold and catch the Prime Boyz up where they're behind and get a little bit of that damage right there. Straight Polymer going in, just gotta have Song of the People going in, try to give some health so they can take it a little bit at a time. Magic, nice job by Magic there as Aurora zoning, keeping Indo Complex out of there. Straight Polymer and everyone else coming up behind.
And gold is evened up. I mean, just, again, like you keep saying, like Fangtooth, grab that first one, reset, and it's a fresh new game. Everybody's even on an even playing field right now. All it is just starting from square one.
I refuse to lose. All right, so everyone resetting once again. Gold straight, kills straight across the board. Both teams filling it out, playing patient. So we're at 16 minutes in, and we have 2 Fangtooths down. I believe it was 20 minutes before the second one went down before in the first match, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Like,
because I said 19 minutes and no Fangtooth went down. Yeah.
lots of interesting cards here. MD Quad bringing out the Astral Leap Invader Mage Bellica, being able to initiate very quickly. Within a blink of an eye, be able to initiate and really start the fight. Prime Boyz has to be careful of that because MD Quad can, again, do that at any moment in time. Close the distance. She can look harmless from afar, Astral Leap in, initiate, and then once the Seismic Assault goes out, she can back it on up, get into the back line, get in between the duo lane, and then get back to safety as Indo Complex goes in for the front line.
I think she needs it because that R2000 range is just too much. So she's going to need to jump in, try to get in there, hit the Seismic Assault, do a quick combo, bring Mud down. Howitzer should be able to outplay a Bellica with the R2000 if you leave enough time. And interesting enough, she has Plague Lord, Spriken, and Growth Totem. So it looks like Mud at 18 minutes into the game, it's an endgame build.
I mean, she's playing for the long haul, right?
Yeah.
I mean, she's got the Plague Lord to really cancel out, to really put pressure on Rampage as a frontliner, really try to apply Blight so that his healing isn't as consistent. And that really puts a dampening on his skill as a frontliner, right? Without Plague Lord, I mean, he can take a lot of damage. He can take a huge beating, and he can cause a lot of disruption. With Plague Lord on the enemy team, I mean, that time's going to be cut by 60%.
Oh, nice job there by Magic. Slid in, got her with a free, and then hits a Horror Frost on top of it. Is she going to be able to finish them off? I don't know. Yes, she was able to. How? Oh, Withering Shadow. That's how she got the look. I like that. I like that on Aurora. Nice job again, and she's gonna get both. Does she have it on? Is it? There it is. Withering Shadow secured 2 kills there by Magic. Very well done. Nicely played. So in case you guys don't know, Withering. Oh, they're going after Prime. Let me jump over. No, are they doing it? They did get Prime. Prime was taken there, ladies and gentlemen. Rip, and the timer didn't start, so we're a little short.
Prime Boyz keeping the name true, stealing Prime. I mean, they have lane pressure on a handful of lanes, right? So they can push up that mid lane, they can push up that side lane. They have the ability to really siege towers right now because they have been closing out fights fairly often here. Just again, lots of CC over on Prime Boyz. You know, that's TT right now.
We are Raven in a lot of trouble right now. Prime Boyz are ahead. They got over Prime. They're winning the team fight. We saw Aurora take advantage and take a 2-on-1 by herself. Meanwhile, while that was happening, the Prime Boys went and stole got Orb Prime. And now they're shoving up mid right now. And we're seeing 3-Eye Raven chasing Aurora down while their inhibitor's in trouble here. They're not going to get there in time. This is going to be an inhibitor. Oh, they were...
That's Aurora just textbook keeping the duo busy, right? Forcing that 3-5. Prime Boys with...
Oh my goodness. Nice defense there by 3-Eye Raven, backing him back off. Was able to kill Demonic. Demonic was killed. And we see Give No Quarter back off right now, letting that health regen kick in from Orb Prime now. Nice rock by thunk by Cross Polymer. Was able to hit someone in the face. Here comes Aurora coming in. Just a horror from Crashman Boom going into the top rampage. He's throwing off the map. Oh, another one's gone. 4 dead. Belica's the only one left alive. Unless she's glitched. No, she did just respawn. That is Orb Prime. They are going to have Prime for about another minute here. Are they going to go for the second inhibitor? They should.
I mean, that's smart, right? They're going to trade it. They're going to trade jump pads for a second inhibitor. But it looks like they're just going to group and push.
They want the win. They're going for the win. They're going to shove it up. They're going to go for the win here. They want to end it. They don't want to give 3-Eye Raven a chance. And they're coming in. They might be able to have it. Because now, remember, with the core only targeting one hero at a time right now. Demonic doing everything he can, hitting everyone, just trying to slow him down. The tower's going down a little bit at a time, and he the smash and grab, and oh Mud, poor Mud, rip. Mud got beat like a red-headed stepchild in there.
Prox Polygraph going down as well.
Yeah.
They're just they're overstanding right now. And they still and they're not setting anybody back to take care of that lane. Magic, I believe, just went back right before the inhibitor.
Give No Quarter could be in all kinds of trouble here. He did get rooted twice now. I believe Roth has Trapper on. Can he keep stopping him in his track? Give No Quarter trying to get away, was not able to die. Does TV have Trapper on? Yes, he does. I love Trapper on TV. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it.
Trapper TV and Trapper Wraith. Those guys, this guy's going to really utilize it a whole lot. Wraith being a little bit more utility. Brings out a lot with Trapper. Same thing with TB. But regardless, I mean, they're 3-Eyed Ravens is now on the offensive, right? They got a couple picks. Prime Boys kind of showed their weakness there. They overstayed a little bit, and 3-Eyed Ravens is now just resetting the lanes. They still have both of the side lanes able to be set. Just have to focus on the mid lane.
What would have been the correct play there? Should they have fell back and went for Feng-Shui? I know we didn't.
They should have gone. They should have gone for left. For that. Yeah, I believe so. The left inhibitor, cripple the inhibitor. So because grab that inhibitor because it's going to be really hard to wave clear the mid lane and team fight with the inhibitor. Potentially lose that second inhibitor, or potentially take that second inhibitor, take the second inhibitor if possible, and then fall back while 3-Eyed Ravens is kind of regrouping and reflecting in their energy and getting their spirits back up and managing the base. Prime Boys is able to basically have free reign of the map, right? They already have Prime, so the next objective would be Fangtooth. They could counter jungle. The jungle is completely full over on 3-Eyed Ravens. And then they could just kind of reset and farm up and widen the gold deficit.
We got to reset some of these glitches right now. So I'm seeing drones all over the map, but we're going to stay right now with Mud. We're staying with Mud in the mid lane right now. Give No Quarter trying to back off. Here comes Tamati going in, doing exactly what Cindy should be doing in all the action. But the problem is this is going to be a 4-on-1. She has no follow-up. A misplay by 3-Eyed Raven right there. I like to see the initiate, but there was no one there to back them up. I thought they were going to come in. Trying to get away right now, Spot. Not going to happen. Pulled right into a root. Nice combo there by the Prime Boys. Showing a little bit of the team experience there. I liked it. Smash and grab into the Aurora. Drew was able to secure the kill. We see the Glitz Narbass over there. Obviously, he's not really there. Unless he DC'd. Which is a possibility. Now Prime Boys going in, trying to get off. And they will be able to finish this. Yeah, 3-Eyed Ravens. A little bit of a misplay there.
I mean, they had this desperation play, right? They were splitting up. They're kind of farming. They're pushing lanes, and then they just get caught out.
Yeah.
Prime Boys, knowing that they have the lead, they have to group and they have to stick together, and potentially catch Three-Eyed Ravens making a desperation play, and that's exactly what they did.
Congratulations to the Prime Boys advancing to the finals for Paragon Fight Night Season 2, Division 2. We don't know who they're going to play yet. Deli and his partner will be casting that tomorrow at when? Where can they find you? What time?
8 p.m. EST.
8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time right here on this channel, ladies and gentlemen. So make sure you check it out. Make sure you show them some love. We're going to see who it is. Over $100 on the line for Division 2 alone. Again, Paragon Fight Night Season 2 is starting December 14th. 3 divisions. A pro division, which is capped at 6 teams, an amateur division, a semi-pro division, which is capped at 6 teams, and then an open division. So if you guys are interested, go to www.pwrgaming.com or jump right into the Discord and start getting the teams together, because we will lock rosters and a few changes will be happening. But the big thing is PML 10 is this weekend. We're starting off, 50% of the donations are going to be going to Agent Deli's favorite thing in the world, breast cancer awareness. We're going to be donating over to it. Sorry, I had to troll you. We're going to be.
No, it's perfectly fine.
50% of the donations are going to go to them. And it's what we're doing. Just to try to raise it up, try to help out the community. So make sure you check it out. We're also going to have Matcherino. So anytime you donate $1, you'll be able to, Matcherino will match the first $1. So we're going to have that as well. But congratulations to Reborn. Congratulations to Prime Boys. Asuro's Rage and Bronze Army will be playing, I believe, Sunday or Monday. So they're going to face off to see who's going to face Reborn in the finals for over $400 worth of cash. And then, what are the other 2 teams? One second. Why can't I see what I'm looking for? And then we're going to have Ballistic and Enemy 4 Esports will be casted tomorrow by Agent Deli and Sir Tiddling. And Cross Polymer, congratulations, buddy. Nice job. I didn't realize it was your first time, Mud. But, guys, thank you so much. Deli, anything? What time can they find your stream normally?
I'm right now. I mean, I'm normally trying to be up around 11 a.m. EST, and then just stream till like 7. But since we're doing like PML and stuff this weekend, I mean, my stream's gonna be a little bit more sporadic. I might do it later in the night or early, super early in the morning. So no clue.
And then you can catch me Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. to about 11:30 Eastern Standard Time, and 9 on Saturday and Sunday, 9 to about 2 in the morning. Guys, thank you guys so much. Exclamation point Matcherino, Sneaky Paragon, thank you so much for all the artwork. Scuba Lip, thank you so much for your massive donation. Redman064, thank you for your donation. Power Gaming is the community. Gaming by Sage, thank you so much. Make sure you check out their community. And Herbalife. Make sure you check them out. If anyone wants to try to lose a little weight or just get some dieting tips or anything like that, make sure you message us. We'll hook you up with someone who will give you a free consultation. Guys, we'll see. We're going to send host over to, I believe, God Eater. Make sure you jump in and let's spam some emotes when we get in there. Let's raid the
spam all the Sneaky Paragon emotes.
Let's raid the hell out of God Eater. We will see you guys soon. Well, we'll see you tomorrow night, Saturday night, and Sunday. See you guys soon. Later from Power Gaming. Bye, everyone.
What happens when we look back at yesterday? Will you remember the places, the good